Good morning, Samantha. Good morning. Good morning, New Vision Center service team. Please join me in prayer as I recognize that one infinite intelligence that is all that is. I would like each to think of a quality of God that you're bringing to this service today, a quality that represents or that you're looking for, and speak it out loud now. Wisdom. And those qualities are what is here now, because God is all that is. And it is that infinite intelligence, it is that love, that grace, that wisdom, that power, that beauty, that love that is expressed always and right here and right now. So it's from this place of knowing that I speak my word for this service, knowing that each service team member, the youth and family team, music ministry, our sound, our lighting, our service teams, stream team, all of those involved in this service, and especially our ecclesiastical team, are bringing forth this joy, this love, this grace that is expressed here right now. And it is beautiful to behold. It is beautiful to feel. And it provides healing, love, grace, all of that as this service unfolds absolutely perfectly. So it's from that knowing that I just recognize the beauty in it. And it is so powerful. And I am so grateful for this knowing, grateful for this law that says yes to this word, yes, my beloved. So I just let it be, as we all say, and so it is. meditation. For the next 15 minutes or so, we'll be going within. My name is Bill Sneed. I'm a practitioner here at New Vision Center, and it is my great joy to be of service today and to lead you in this meditation. I have a reading today from our Science of Mind textbook. It's big. And it's in the section of meditations for self-help. And it called to me this morning. So that's what I'm sharing. And then we will go into that beautiful silence and contemplation. Of mine, titled Majestic Calm. That's what I feel for us today. The inner mind is still. The soul reflects the Most High. The spirit of man is God. In the great calm of the all-good, I rest in peace and security. My life is now reflecting the perfect whole. I am peace. I am calm. I am security and complete satisfaction. I am one with God, Spirit, infinite intelligence. I am filled with peace. And so we go within. and security. My life is now reflecting the perfect whole. I am peace. I am calm. I am security and complete satisfaction. I am one with God. I am one with Spirit. I am one with that infinite intelligence. I am filled with peace. It's time to wiggle our bodies, be here now, and be in joy and peace and comfort. We have, this meditation brings a good foundation of energy and love in this sanctuary. And I am so grateful for each individual here and each expression of that one. The music will start soon. The doors will open. And we will begin the service. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Good morning, beloved New Vision community. Please silence your cell phones and quiet anything that might distract from this moment. Let's turn our attention to these invitations. We are so glad you are here.
Hi, my name is Samantha McClellan. Welcome to New Vision Sunday service. I'm here to share ways to connect, learn, and be inspired. Here's a quick look at the good happening here at this wonderful center. You may have noticed the outreach table in the breezeway this morning. Our project leads, Ava Harms and Jerry Barbin, are launching NVC's new partnership with the Justice Center. Be sure to stop by after service to learn how we can support our neighbors experiencing homelessness. Then next Sunday, we'll welcome the Executive Director of the Justice Center to our platform to share more about their important work and how together we can make a meaningful difference in our community. Please take a few minutes after service to talk to Ava and Jerry. They'd love to share more. Our Leadership Council meetings are open to the public and you are invited. Join us tomorrow, July 20th on Zoom as an observer, and if you have any questions, you can ask once business is concluded. Zoom information is on your Keep Me sheet, and we ask that you let us know you are coming. Explore the timeless wisdom behind science of mind. Discover how its universal spiritual principles evolved from the world's great religions and philosophical traditions. This course fulfills the history prerequisite for practitioner training and falls on Tuesdays from July 21st through August 19th, 6 to 8 p.m. This is a Zoom class only, and the cost is $165. Join us this Wednesday, July 22nd at 6:30 to 8 p.m. for a welcoming, confidential space to reflect on Sunday's message, share insights, ask questions, and support one another on the spiritual journey. Come when you can, whether it's just your first time or you're a regular. Everyone is welcome. That's all for invitations today, but there's so much more good happening at MVC. Please review your Keep Me sheets and find out everything available to participate in. To register and learn more about all our offerings, please visit our website calendar tab or visit our in-person concierge table in the social hall. That's it for now. We have a great service coming up. You're invited to stand for the community song if you are able.
It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. my decision right here and now.
Good morning, New Vision Center. And good morning to our online campus. Hello. My name is Reverend Lezli Goodwin. I'm your Associate Minister here at the New Vision Center, and I'm delighted to welcome everyone here in the sanctuary, everyone joining us online, knowing that everyone is in their right and perfect place. It's a beautiful overcast Sunday in Phoenix, and we felt the temperature drop just a little, which we all appreciate. I hope wherever you are, it is comfortable and lovely as well. And so it is time for us to open up our service, which we do by bringing everyone's consciousness together. Dylan is going to ring the gong for us, and I just invite you to really experience each part of this and check in with yourself. Do I feel more ready to receive when this is complete? Shall we find out? Let's do it.
Please join me in prayer as I recognize that haven of peace, that feeling. It is from the recognition of that one power, that one blessing, that one infinite intelligence, wisdom, grace, power, love, which is expressing as all that is, as Bill, as each individual within the sound of my voice, those online, those here in the sanctuary. It is each of us that brings forth that expression. And it is from that haven of peace within each. So knowing this, I just express for this service, knowing that this service, being an expression, is absolutely perfect. And it blesses all. It comes from those expressions of the stream team, of our music ministry, our blessed Reverend Lezli, speaking those words, channeling the blessings that heals and serves all. Our youth and family ministry, blessing the children. It all comes together right here, right now. This service is that expression of the one. And it is beautiful to behold. It is beautiful to feel, to see, to hear that expression. And I am so grateful for this, knowing, and we are all so blessed. So I just let it be, as we all say, and so it is.
Haven of peace, my haven of peace. Haven of peace, my haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace, into my inner haven of peace.
Let's just take a breath together. How beautiful it is, this container of love that together we created to begin this sacred service today. We had the beautiful vibration of the gong and the music that moves through our body with our voices, and that beautiful prayer to anchor us. Welcome, welcome. My name is Maureen Garrity, and I was reminded in the bathroom before we came in here today that I always let you know that this is my favorite way to be in service. I do, I love it. And so I am your host today, and we have a really special day planned for you today because it's actually Practitioner Sunday here at New Vision. Yay. So I'd like to welcome everyone here in the sanctuary and everyone online. And if you're online and you could sign into your YouTube, you get to see the chat that people kind of interact throughout the service. It's wonderful. So welcome, welcome. So, who is NVC? We are, and that means a whole lot of things. And one of the things is that we strive to be inclusive. And what does that mean? Well, we're finding out as a community that that means a lot of things to a lot of different people. And today I'm going to focus on the inclusion of that we believe that God is all there is, and that each and every one of us is a beautiful expression and unique expression of the divine. And wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. So thank you for being here. So we are guided very, very much by our mission and vision here at New Vision. And every single Sunday we say these things together to just anchor them as our truth too. And so let's speak our vision together. Revealing the power of love. And that's a big vision. It's a great vision. And it anchors our ecclesiastic team, our leadership council. They run that through all of the filters whenever there's any big decisions to make. So that's a beautiful thing. Thanks, Fred. Anchored that in there for us. And how do we do that? How do we reveal the power of love? Well, our mission gives us a clue about that. Let's speak that together. We teach spiritual living, and we live spiritual teaching. And one of the ways that we do both of those things is, I'm going to let Reverend Lezli come on up and talk to us about that.
Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Maureen. Well, first of all, I'd like to invite all the practitioners who are present in the building to come up onto the platform. And while they're coming forward, I want to let you know just a little bit about what it is these beloveds do for us. These are people who have taken a minimum of 4 years of study to undo all of the programming of life and come to the point where they can hold literally anyone and everyone in that highest consciousness of the one. Meaning, you can sit with one of these beloveds and know that you are completely accepted, that you were seen in your truth, and that they know that the divine is showing up as you. And you can bring whatever challenge you have to them, and they will hold that space for you, knowing that the answer is within you and helping you to find it for yourself. Isn't that amazing? They hold our community in prayer all the time, whether you know it or not, you're being prayed for. One of them sits right over yonder, today it's Bill, and holds the high watch through service, praying for you, whether you know it or not. And after every service, right over here, we have the prayer zone where you can come over and get a free prayer, a spiritual mind treatment from a practitioner every single Sunday. And online, on our website, there's a place where you can put in an email request for a prayer and get a written prayer right to you within a day or two that's specialized to exactly what you're seeking. They teach, they counsel, they support the ministers. They are amazing beloveds. And I want to read their names and then give out a little jewelry. Some of our practitioners are here in the room. Some of them are on our online campus today. So we have Janet Gottschall, Marty Stevens, Darlene Britton, Jolene Bainey, Bill Sneed, Vernice Reyes, Maureen Garrity, Rachel Sartori, Nikki Ballin, Paula Amy, Sue Powell, Ralph Potter, Judy Walriff, and Jerry Young. And I have some treasures to hand out because our own Bill Sneed has now been an active practitioner for 15 years. And our beloved Marty Stevens has now been an active practitioner for 25 years.
Thank you.
And it doesn't stop here, because just these last couple weeks, we have had a new practitioner join our ranks. So I'm going to invite Sally Taggart and her husband up to the platform. Sally has just completed her 2-year training after all of the years of prerequisite classes, passed her exams, and passed her panel to become a licensed practitioner in Centers for Spiritual Living. And I want to invite her husband, Craig, her practitioner, Maureen, and myself as we, for the first time, officially place her practitioner stole, her indication of sacred service, onto her body. And with that bit of delight, you can all be seated. Thank you so much for all of your service. Except Maureen, you have to stay up here.
And now, wonderful. Thank you so much, Reverend Lezli. And Reverend Lezli is the fearless leader of the practitioner corps. So thank you, Reverend Lezli. I believe it's time to welcome our new folks here to New Vision. And so what this looks like is we like to clap. That's our way. We just did that. And now we're going to do that again for you. So if you are new or newish here to New Vision, or maybe you never stood when you were new, today is a great day to stand up and allow us to just love on you. Is there any new folks in the audience? Yeah. Welcome, and we know you're always at choice, so if you didn't stand, we welcome you right where you are at. And after service, I will be in the lobby, and I'll have a little welcome packet for you, and I'm there to just answer any questions and meet you and say hello. So come see me. It is, are we blessed with our music ministry, the Divine Groove? I mean, really. And today, we are blessed with our guest artist, Reverend Glenn Swain. So let's welcome Glenn.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Divine perfection, creation unique, love incarnation, done as you believe, an inspiration inside you and me, illumination for all the world to see. This is how I see you. This is what I know is true. The spiritual thing in you knows how. And this is how I see you now. We're one of the great I am, the source where it all began, part of divine mind's plan, here to live in peace. The presence that shines a light, the eye of perfect sight, the heart that knows what's right, in joy and harmony. This is how I see you. This is what I know is true. The spiritual thing in you knows how. This is how I see you now. You're the light of the truth. What you see is up to you. You're the power of the one the foundation is built upon. This is how I see you. This is what I know is true. The spiritual thing in you knows how. This is how I see you now. This is how I see you now. How I see you now. This is how I see you. How I see you now. All right, thank you. All right.
you like positive music and country music, then you might want to check your Spotify list because that's available for streaming. That's an original song. Oh, so we are halfway through our month on wholeness, where we are claiming that we are whole no matter what. And I thought, since we're halfway through, I better touch on what the heck we mean about that. Like, that's quite, what do you mean whole no matter what? If my ankle's broken or, I can't get up, am I whole, Lezli? What's happening? And that is when it is a helpful thing to, I'm just going to make sure I stay whole by not falling on that pen. This is where it's important to remember that in science of mind, when we're talking wholeness, we are talking about a divine quality, not a state of being. So this isn't something that we come in and out of. This is something that is true all the time. And why is it true? Because, going back to Maureen's point earlier, if the divine is all there is, and it made everything out of its own substance, which is inherently whole, then everything it makes has to be whole. Just like if I make something out of plastic, it's going to have the same qualities of the plastic material. So if we are part of that which is created, which we have to be because there isn't anything else, God is all there is, then that wholeness is built into us in the fullest capacity of the divine. Now, does that mean we are 100% every moment experiencing that wholeness? Tragically, no. We do have the ability to ignore the truth sometimes. Maybe just me. I feel like maybe one or two other people have, at times, maybe ignored something that might be true. And so when we are digging into this idea of wholeness, it's important to remember that this is an unbreakable, unchangeable, unlosable, unearnable, and therefore unscrew-upable quality of who we are. That's a sacred phrase, Reverend Jeff, unscrew-upable. It's from the great texts of old. And so today, we're going to talk about what we believe about wholeness and how it shows up. And specifically, we're going to talk about how it shows up in community. Because we believe in wholeness, right? To the depth of our core, to the wholeness of our mind, 100% of the time, with no moments of confusion, and no woundedness ever interrupting that pure flow, right? We do when we do, and sometimes we forget. And it's okay that we forget. To forget is human, but to choose to remember again is divine. And that's what we've been called to do. See, a consciousness of wholeness is required for a sense of belonging, to build a community of belonging. Digging into this idea of wholeness is a required element. We simply cannot have one without the other. Now, you might be wondering quite how I'm going to get there, because those feel like different topics, right? But let's start at the beginning. So I've recently been reading this book, What It Takes to Heal, by Prentice Hemphill. And he said this: "Times are turbulent and unpredictable. No matter our affiliation or perspective, if we look soberly around, we can't help but see that the world is on the brink. We're exhausted, anxious, and agitated. Many of us have narrowed our visions and turned to protecting those we define as our own we, reining in our ideas of who matters and who is deserving of care." Now, it is not hard for me to take that quote and relate it to the world right now. But we could take that quote and relate it to any time, in any place. I remember the summer of, I think it must have been 82, the summer of 82, Des Moines, Iowa. There was a war between my father and the weeds in the backyard. Now, I'm remembering this because I have been watching the new Little House on the Prairie. Anybody been watching the new Little House on the Prairie? I love it, loving it. And, they were walking in the tall prairies. Like, that's where I'm from, on the banks of Plum Creek. That's Plum Creek, Iowa. They are tall as her hand as she walks. Of course, they were as tall as my hand when I walked when I was 7. And she brushed past this beautiful tall prairie grass with the seeds that look just like wheat, don't they? And I remembered I was reading Little House on the Prairie when I was that age. And sometimes I would play in the backyard that the locusts were coming, and I had to gather all the wheat before the harvest was ruined. And I would strip those seeds off every single grass in my backyard, and they would get scattered. And that's why my dad never did win that war. There's always something that can get us. If we're in the mood to have an enemy, we can even make an enemy out of the grasses in our own backyard and the playthings of our own children. But when we are exhausted, 3 young daughters, we were not quiet, gentle creatures, agitated. I'm sure that we were also expensive and loud, anxious. We can pull our idea of who us is so narrow that even our own backyard is them. And when that happens, we start making us, we, valuable, meaningful, important, and them less. So we teach oneness here at the New Vision Center, the idea that there is truly only one, that just as Maureen said, that the divine is all that there is, and we are all a part of it. There is only one. And oneness and this idea of division cannot coexist. So as long as there is an idea of them, those people, that problem, we're cutting ourselves off from this idea of oneness. And in order to be a place of belonging in our own hearts and in our center, we need to start thinking about who matters. Who matters? And that involves confronting our own individual notions of who is valuable and who is not. Our individual and cultural biases of the other. So this is kind of a big topic, so let's just take a nice deep breath together. This talk will be big, but it will not be scary. I am not here to tell you you're doing it wrong. I'm here to invite you into a deeper walk. As that poem we keep citing says, this will be our brave space together. We will not do it perfectly, but we will do it bravely together. So what interferes with building this sense of belonging? Prentice had another quote. He said, "To belong is rest into the collective, to be woven into the all. It's the feeling that what you bring is needed and wanted here." Feel into that. See if you can connect with the time you felt that here that caused you to say that this wasn't just a place you were trying out or a YouTube channel you clicked on once, but was going to become your spiritual home. I'm willing to bet something was said that made you feel like who I am is okay here. Who I am is wanted here. I know that that's what happened with me. I was not at all sure when I showed up here that they were ready for this mouth. Sometimes we still wonder. And yet, it was safe enough for me to be myself enough that here I still am, 19 years later. And there are many people in this room and online who have been with this center from the moment it was birthed into an idea. Because we take this idea of belonging seriously. And we always need to be striving to go deeper into it. See, when we divide the world into us and them, even when it's who is NVC, ooh, and then there's everybody else, right? Every time we parcel people into groups, there's a truth that we ascribe positive values and attributes to the us. I mean, we're awesome, right? We've met us. We're delightful. And sometimes we ascribe maybe less positive attributes to the them. And it makes sense, because for somebody to end up in our us, in our we, odds are they mostly think like we do. They like the things we do. They talk the way we do. Maybe they dress the way we do. They feel the same way about the divine that we do. They're basing their life on the same basic principles that we are, generally. Sometimes we have a hobby in common. Think about how the we's got into your world. You met them at gardening club or the knit shop, or you went to college together, or you root for the same team that better not be the Lakers. I have a personal problem with the Lakers. They are my them. I'm working on it. What it really comes down to is comfort. We feel safer where it's comfortable. And as I've had these conversations over many years and in many rooms and in multiple centers, I have run up against the same phrase by dozens and dozens of people. I get nervous around diversity because what if I say it wrong? What if I do it wrong? What if I offend someone? I want to be loving and open, but I don't know how, and it scares me, and so I tend to shrink away. Now, let's take a moment and remember that diversity is not something that we need to go searching for. Diversity is a biological fact. Stand in any garden and look around, and you will see that the universe is populated with every kind of everything. And we look around even in this room, even in this community, and we see a diversity of age, a diversity of gender, a diversity of sexuality, a diversity of family, a diversity of lifestyle choice, a diversity of education, a diversity of place of origin, a family of origin, of religion of origin, a diversity of interest. I have been informed recently that not everyone is as enamored as I am with Taylor Swift. Cannot imagine how that could be so, but it is true. It is true. Diversity is a biological fact. And we think that only hanging around where we're comfortable protects us from discomfort. It protects us from danger, often made up. We may even think it protects us from death. We don't think this thought out loud, but the thing is, human brains are built to escape tigers. Those saber-toothed tigers that either were or were not chasing early humans, depending on which anthropologist you're listening to that week. And we can't tell the difference between not sure what to say in a meeting and, oh my God, I'm going to die. Our stress reaction is the same, which is why we take so many darn breaths during these messages. Because once the fear comes up, oh my God, I'm going to die. I mean, the teenagers even actually say this, RIP, died, I'm dead, put me in a coffin. And that's because, like, a boy looked at them weird. It's important, though, to realize that what we believe about wholeness, we think we're honing it in on one little area where we're uncomfortable, but it shakes out to every way we show up, every way we show up, and it limits us in who we can be. Not just as to loving people, to those people that we're maybe a little bit unsure of because we don't want to screw up, but it limits our ability to be fully loving, period. So I'm going to walk you through an example of this in the least scary example I could come up with. So another big breath. I decided to go with the one that I am the personal lived expert in. Seems a little bit less scary, but we're going to talk about ableism. So ableism is a fear or a belief that someone is less than fully whole who has something physically, mentally, or emotionally different about them. Whether they have chronic illness or limb difference or neurodivergence, whether they have cancer or shingles or a cold right now or mental illness. It's a huge, huge, huge category of things. And I would not be surprised if minds out in the New Visionosphere aren't thinking, well, but isn't it better to be healthy? That's not a bias. It's better to be healthy than it is to be sick. It's better to be pain-free than it is to be hurt, right? That's just true. And that's where it gets you. That's where it gets you. Because the first thought is always rational. The first thought is always reasonable. But what is the belief underneath? So let's break a couple of them down. Resisting a mobility aid when you've been told you need one for your own safety. It's not cute. I'm gonna look old. Or celebrating vocally the retirement of a mobility aid if someone doesn't need it that week. Oh, it's so much better that you're better. Having just gone through a round of losing people in my life to refusing, literally to refusing to use their cane and falling and needing a surgery to fix the injury and having a stroke during surgery and never really waking up. I don't want to use a cane. It's not cute. Feels reasonable, doesn't it? But it can take us to this place. Is it rooted in the belief that only 100% full health is acceptable and worthy? Or that only youth is acceptable and worthy? And if that belief is in there, what else is that impacting? Here's one that comes from the warmest, most beautiful place imaginable. Giving advice to your friends who are going through a medical challenge. Have you tried yoga, essential oils, celery juice? Have you gone to a functional medicine doctor, chiropractor, acupuncturist, stretch guru? Have you taken this medicine that my dog groomer's aunt took and it cured her of your incurable illness? Of course it's coming from wanting to be of help and of service. Of course it is. And underneath there is a really insidious little belief there. And that's, there's an easy answer, and you just haven't tried. Oh, but there's a darker one under that. And it is, see, I do the right things, so I am well. And you don't. So you deserve what's happening to you. Ooh. And you know the really hard thing about it is, that's what they hear. I did try the celery juice. I'm not a fan. Didn't cure me. What a bummer. But what I heard was, we will be more comfortable with you as our minister if you are healthier. And you know what it caused me to do? Tell you less. Hide more. Pretend. You know what it causes all the time in this community? People who won't come to church when they're sick, when they have cancer, when they need that cane, because they don't want to be seen as someone who is doing it wrong. Breathe. Breathe. So here's one that's happened to me recently about 43 times. Take care of yourself so you don't get sick. They say that to me because I have an illness that goes in flares, right? Get a flare, the flare goes away. You get a flare, the flare goes away. There are some things that I know for sure can bring on a flare. Too much stress, working past my limit. We know this. We've talked about this, right? This is not new news to anybody who's been here more than 3 Sundays. And flares just happen sometimes. Autoimmune is weird. We don't know. They don't know. The doctors don't know. Nobody knows. But underneath that, if we go deep enough, is the belief that illness is a moral failing. Because if I was taking care of myself right, I wouldn't have a flare. Now, everybody in this room who said that to me in the last 3 months, immediately forgive yourself. Immediately forgive yourself. Because I know you meant I love you. But I've done a lot of therapy to know that you mean I love you. And not everybody can hear that, right? What we believe about wholeness causes us to build walls between ourselves and the very people that we are choosing to love. The fantastic news is there is a shortcut. There is a shortcut, and it is deciding that every single person is whole no matter what. No matter what we seem to see going on with their body, they are spiritually whole. No matter how their brain works, they are whole. No matter what mental illness they might be experiencing, they are whole. They are whole because that is a divine truth of them, and they will walk out this thing called life in billion, million different ways that may seem wildly unbelievable to you from the way you live out your life with the body and the brain and the experiences that you have. But diversity is a biological fact. Illnesses and injuries and differences are not problems to fix. They're adventures for individual humans to go on and opportunities for us to love them through those adventures. And this story isn't different if we're talking about race or socioeconomic class or sexuality or gender expression or any of the bajillion other ways we could talk about the ways we make a them and an us. It's just the least scary one I could toss at you today. And hopefully the one that you could be the most open to hear. Belonging, real belonging, when we're anchored in wholeness, means celebrating our uniqueness. Ernest Holmes said unity does not mean uniformity. It says that we are individually expressions of the divine. He called it individualized expressions of the divine. Well, if we were all going to be the same, what's the heck point of having us even exist? And we're not only going to differ in our preference in pop music. Sometimes we're going to differ in body size. Sometimes we're going to differ in our state of mental acuity. My dad's still whole. Don't know that he knows it most of the time right now, but he knows he loves babies, which is good news when we've got grandbabies falling out of the sky lately. So we have an opportunity to do something that Prentice Hemphill called bridging. So bridging is when we reject the us-them thinking entirely. We catch ourselves in it and we say, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. And we seek out ways to release or to shift the way we're showing up when an us-them situation comes up. An example, you walk into the social hall and there's a table of people talking loudly about their political preferences, and they mean it, man, they mean it. And you hear them say, and all the people who think fill in the blank other thing, how do they even go to this center? What are they're not like us. Oh, the tendency, we take a breath, we step away. Maybe that's not my table. but I'm not going to step in. Or we have the opportunity to take a deep breath, to step in and, if it were me, you guys can probably picture this as I do it, put one hand on the table and say, we're not doing that here. You don't know who's hearing you. Think about what you're saying. And if you're me, they all look at you like this. And I get at least one email later. And isn't that what our teaching is calling us to? To notice when it's uncomfortable, whether it's in our own head, in our own house, in our own community, anywhere where we are gathered. When we find that someone, part of our community or not, is being othered, to be the voice of, I don't think that's what Ernest said. I saw a t-shirt recently, it had Jesus, and it said, dudes, that is not what I said. I might need an Ernie one. It's not about being right. It's not about proving yourself right. It's not even about proving them right. It's about listening and being open. Everyone of every opinion is whole. There isn't anything else to be. When we act like that, we create a place of belonging. And so, my beloveds, seeing the humanity in all people is our invitation this week to notice what's going on. We'll start inside our own brains. It's the easiest place to start. When an us-them kind of thought wanders through, to catch yourself and choose a bridging thought instead. If it comes out of your mouth, to choose a bridging word instead. When you hear those people are my people. All people are my people. To find the place where we're more alike than we are different, because I promise that we are. And so it is. So let's anchor this in with some prayer. How good it is to turn our attention to that which is always true, always empowered, always whole, always good, that is the all-loving, within which there is every path, every answer, every possibility, every potentiality. This one that I call the divine, sweet spirit, that answers to every name and no name at all. That is right here, right now. And I know this to be true because it's here as me and as everyone within the sound of my voice. Because it made each one whole and perfect and complete out of its own substance that is inherently good, inherently creative, inherently powerful. And so what I know is that whatever got brought into this room, whatever pain, whatever anxiety, whatever confusion, whatever sense of separation, that it is being healed right now by the very spirit that we carry within us. That just breathing into the knowingness that where we are, spirit is. There is no lack of abundance, no physical ailment, no broken heart, no frustration or confusion or fear or anxiety that is bigger than the God that we talk about, that we love, that we are. This is the truth. And I'm grateful to know it and to stand in the knowingness for each one. And so I simply let it be released into the action of universal law and let it do what it does, which is heal the world. And so it is.
It's been a long, hard night, and I've been waiting for the morning. It's been a long, hard fight. I see a brand new day dawning. I've been looking for the sunshine. You know, I ain't seen it in so long. But everything's gonna be just fine. And everything's gonna be alright that's been all wrong. 'Cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. And everything's gonna be alright. It's been all wrong. It's been a long, long time since I've known the taste of freedom and all those clinging vines that had me bound, but I don't need them. I've been like a captured eagle. You know, an eagle's born to fly. Now I won my freedom. Like an eagle, I am eager for the sky. 'Cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Oh, and everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. And everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. 'Cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Now everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Gonna be okay. One more. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Now everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. All right.
So much of this community is about what we give of ourselves in service, what we give of ourselves in prayerfulness and compassion to one another, and what we give financially to support the center so that it is able to stay open and be here 19 years from now, 32 years from now, for whomever else comes by and is wondering if this is a safe place for them. And so you will find in the seat backs in front of you, there are helpful things if it is your day to give. There's an auto tither card for people who are in the program to give every single week or month. There's an envelope if you'd like to give cash online. There's a link if you'd like to give online. It's an easy one click. And then here in the sanctuary, we're trying something a little bit fresh today. You are used to, I suspect, our 2 beautiful containers. We have added a 3rd beautiful container. Now, we love you this side of the room, but this side of the room just has more chairs. And so I'm going to invite this beloved section to use this one, and this beloved section to use this one, and in the hopes of not creating the logjam of everyone must hug right here. And we'll just see how that goes. So whatever it is yours to give, I hope that you will participate and hold a representation of that to your heart. This gift I give is love in action. I give it in joy. I know that I am blessed, so I gratefully give. And we speak a blessing over every gift and every giver, every prayer, every penny, every positive thought, every moment of service, knowing that it comes together to create a community of deep belonging. And that these pennies ripple out into our outreach teams and out into the Valley of the Sun to create a city that is more loving, more recognizing of wholeness, where more people feel that they belong. So grateful I am for every bit of it, and I call it all good, as we say, and so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Well, that definitely went faster, Reverend Lezli. Thank you for the extra container. All right, question for you. Who is whole no matter what? Yes, we are. Thank you so much, Reverend Lezli, for that wonderful, wonderful talk. And do we have the best music ministry ever? Let's celebrate our divine groove. We have Vic Kottner on the bass, Fred Alweg on the drums, Jackie Lee on keyboard and vocals, and our music director, Frank Smith. And thank you, Glenn Swain. Where are you? Thank you so much. Oh, the music and the talk. Just such a great place. So there are so many ways to be supported here. I'm going to focus a little bit on the practitioners. If you want to find a practitioner, go to our website. There's a couple of different spots that you could find us. It's good to hunt around our website too, because it's kind of simple and has got lots of good information. And there's a little bio and an email and a phone number for the practitioners right there on the website. So if you want to get in touch with them, go ahead and do it that way. We have an online prayer zone. We have this prayer zone. Lots of ways to be supported by our practitioners. And Munch and Mingle happens both in person and online. And so you can join us in the social hall for some munching and mingling over there. Or if you're online afterwards, you think you sign into our main Zoom room and everybody meets there. So we welcome you. At this time, I'd like to ask for the ministers and the ministers. Well, we do have more than one minister here. Yay, Jeff. And practitioners to come on up to the platform. And we welcome in our youth and family ministry. Here you go, Audrey.
Thank you. Good morning. So our affirmation for today is, I am filled with God's love. And we did a little recreation of Reverend Karen's visual with the cup filled with water. And we talked about how we are born with God within, all that love, joy, happiness, all divine qualities are within us. But then sometimes we have that anger that pops up, fear, life happens. And we added little drops of food coloring to get that visual to see what happens to our hearts. And we talked about how we can wash it away with saying affirmations, practicing our breathing, giving hugs, talking to someone. And we read this story, It's Okay. And there's a saying that the kids want to share with you all. So go ahead and place your hand on your heart. And when these things happen, we can say, it's okay. I love you. I'm with you today. Beautiful. So Emery is going to start off our prayer.
God is the love inside all of us. I am love. I know I can speak with kindness to myself, to connect with God. God, I am grateful for God and that God is with us forever.
All together. We
We release this prayer, and so it is.
Thank you so much for all the miracles happening in our youth and family ministry. Such a blessing. Well, I invite you to stand for our final benediction and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. I claim it. I am it. Thank you, life. And so it is.
I am a light.
I am a light
I am a light in this world.
in this world.
In this world.
World.
I am a light.
I am a light.
I am a light
I am a light
in this world.
in this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this
I
world.
see the joy.
I place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine.